Hi everyone, my name's Juliet and it's time for another Tech Tip Tuesday. Today we're once again talking about Microsoft Word, and this time we're tackling widows and orphans, or more specifically, Microsoft's function for widows and orphans. Do you use it? Well, here's why I think you shouldn't if you're trying to produce a professional looking paperback. But before we get into the detail, don't forget I'm using Microsoft Word 2010. Your screen might look a little different. Quick interlude. If you don't know what widows and orphans are a single line of a paragraph that goes over onto the following page, and orphans are a single line of a paragraph that is at the bottom of a page. Okay, so back to Word's automatic function. It will push text onto the next page. Now obviously what that does is it creates uneven pages, as you can see here. Does that sound like a professionally produced book to you? So I would suggest you take this control off and that you actually set it as the default, because I believe Microsoft makes it the default to have it on. And to do that, you go into the paragraph settings, and there's a second tab there, which at the top, it has all the widows and orphans controls. All you do is uncheck the box, and then it'll come up with, do you want it just for this document or for all documents, and select all. You might have to go back and deselect it for previous documents though. Of course, what this does now mean is that you have widows and orphans, and you're going to have to sort them out manually. But of course the benefit of that is that you have even page lengths. And how do you do that? Well, you're going to have to change your text. And I know I can hear all the screams of, but I've spent days, months, years getting this text to be perfect. You've got no choice. You're going to have to change something. That might be using a shorter or a longer word, rearranging a sentence, rearranging paragraphs. There are many options, and you might not like this, but honestly, if your aim is to get published by a reputable traditional publisher, when your book gets edited and proofread, these types of errors will be ironed out. So it's probably a good idea to learn how to do it now. And if that sounded a little bit ranty, well, I have a professional proofreading qualification, so I know all the ins and outs of these things. And I know this is the kind of thing that has to be done. And all I want is for your book to look as good as it possibly can do. And I think this is something that will do that. I hope you found this topic useful. And if you've always wondered why your pages aren't even, now you know why. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next Tuesday for another Tech Tip Tuesday.